Today, the moon is in Virgo, continuing in Virgo from yesterday. And I want to share with you 3 steps to self-improvement, 3 ways that you can think about, and very practical, tangible ways that you can think about shifting maybe some negative thinking that you might have into stepping into potential and possibility and creating the tangible results we were talking about yesterday. If you missed yesterday's video about the Virgo moon, I highly, highly recommend it. If you ever have wondered whether Virgos can be anything other than nitpicky, yesterday's video has all the answers for you about the power of Virgo and why it is so important to us and how it balances out the energy of Pisces and brings us to the possibilities we can actually create, the results we can generate here in the physical world, right? Opposing the spiritual world of Pisces. Okay, so that was yesterday's video for March 22nd, and I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Saturday, March 23rd, with the moon continuing in Virgo today. I have some more practical steps for you to work with to approach and get the most out of this Virgo moon energy. So I have 3 steps to self-improvement for you to think about for your consideration. And then I'm going to tell you a little story about how I have applied this in the past in a real life situation in my own life. All right. So the 3 steps are, number 1, start where you are. So if you're thinking about self-improvement, you might find yourself noticing what is wrong with you. So if that is happening for you, or you are feeling like you are not good enough, you are not worthy, you don't have XYZ that so-and-so over there has, or you're not as beautiful as so-and-so over there, or whatever, then this is a way for you to approach how you can align with the Virgo energy of actually creating some of the results you want, and getting unstuck from those old self-critical voices that want you to bring yourself down. Okay, so number 1 in the 3 steps to self-improvement with the Virgo moon, number 1 is start where you are, right? So accept yourself fully as you are. There is absolutely no requirement for you to be XYZ like the person over there, or for you to have XYZ that you think you should have. You are who you are where you are, and that is the most powerful place for you to start from. So start from where you are, accept yourself where you are. You don't have to be something else that you think you should be. So that's number 1. Okay, start where you are, whatever that looks like for you. Start where you are, accept yourself fully as you are. Number 2, ask what it is you want. What would it look like to be where you really want to be? And we've been talking about this, right? With this Pisces moon cycle, we're thinking about the bigger picture, what brings meaning to our lives, what makes our hearts sing, what feels important and purposeful and meaningful to us. So asking yourself, what is it you really want? What would that look like? What would that feel like? What would it look like to be where you really want to be? So now you've accepted yourself fully where you are. You're perfect just as you are. And then number 2, you're connecting with what you want, what it would look like to be something that feels like a higher manifestation of your potential. All right, then number 3, really simple. Ask yourself, what is one thing you can do to move in that direction? Really easy, right? What is one thing? You don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to be anything other than what you are. You're just looking for that one thing you can do now or today or tomorrow or next week that can help move you in that direction. Something tangible, something you can do, something achievable, right? Something realistic. All right. So those are the 3 steps. And now I'm going to tell you my story. Okay. Now, just to recap the 3 steps. Number 1, start where you are. Accept yourself fully as you are. Number 2, ask what you want, what it would look like to be where you want to be, what things would look like if things were the way you want them to be. And then number 3, what is one thing you can do to move in that direction? Don't have to be perfect. Don't have to have it all figured out. Just moving in that direction, right? Just getting yourself on the train that is going in that direction. All right, so here's my story. As a mother of babies, toddlers, right? I had days, my kids are grown now, but I had days when they were very small that felt so very overwhelming. I don't know if any of you could relate to this. I know you can't. I know some of you can. So you have these days where the dishes are piled up, the kitchen is a disaster, you're tired, the kids need you, and the last thing you can do is imagine the kitchen getting clean. Say this, it's a simple example. Okay. So this is what I did. I looked at the kitchen. I said, there's no way I'm going to have time to clean the kitchen and really get it the way I want. So here's what I did. I accepted. This is the way it is. I can't make it otherwise, right? I'm accepting fully that this is the state that I find myself in right now, in this moment. It doesn't have to mean anything about later or tomorrow or anything else. It's just where I'm at right now. Okay. Taking a deep breath helps. So number 2 is, what do I want? I want the kitchen to be clean. I want everything to be done. I want it all, magically fixed, right? Okay, so that's number 2. I'm connecting with what makes my heart sing, what would really make me feel free and joyous and celebrating. Okay, and so I did number 1, I did number 2. What is number 3? Okay, number 3 for me in that moment is, what is one thing I can do to move it in that direction? In other words, I'm taking away from myself the expectation that everything is going to be perfect. I have released myself from feeling like I am not worthy because I can't achieve the thing that feels undoable right now. I've let that go. Now, what is one thing? Okay, now I'm in the place where I can actually do something. So I would say to myself, okay, I can wash one bowl. I'm going to wash one bowl. That's what I can do. That's what I'm going to do. I would wash one bowl. Still have a counter full of pile of mess and dishes and whatnot, right? But then what would happen is I would be in the next present moment. I'd be like, okay, I washed that bowl. What's another thing I could do? Okay, I'm going to wash another bowl. Before you know it, my kitchen was clean. Right? And not always, not, sometimes you get halfway through it or whatever, but sometimes I would actually find the energy reserves to do it, because once I had liberated myself from the feeling of failure, I actually found the resources to do the self-care. For me in that moment, my self-care was having a clean kitchen. And so actually giving myself the gift of, I'm going to take this one step at a time. I'm not going to make it overwhelming. I'm not going to make it super hard. I'm not going to make myself bad or inadequate somehow. I'm just going to do what I can do. And sometimes it would be a little bit, and then the kids would need me. Sometimes I would get all the way through it. But the point is, you see, the point is that I wasn't putting my energy into feeling the overwhelm, feeling the inadequacy, feeling the feeling of I can never have what I want. I liberated myself from that feeling so that I could make a difference. Now, I don't know, right, if this is going to be like the answer for you. This is just something for you to play with, It's an idea. It's a possibility, right? I'm not making any claims about results. It's just up to you to decide whether this helps you in your own thought process about your own self-care. So hopefully that's helpful. 3 steps to self-improvement with the Virgo moon. Great thing to try with a Virgo moon when we are thinking about how we can get better without making ourselves bad or wrong. All right, hopefully that's helpful for you. Thank you so much for being here. Again, don't forget to watch yesterday's video. If you haven't figured it out yet, I love the Virgo moon. I love Virgo energy. So check out yesterday's video about the power of the Virgo moon. And then, of course, today's thoughts as well to help us work with that energy in a practical and tangible way. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing to this YouTube channel. And you can learn more about me, Marina Orms, at astrologyheals.com. I have availability to work with me one-on-one right now. You get 20% off your first session. So check it out. Thank you so much again. And I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care as we head into the upcoming Libra lunar eclipse. All right, see you next time. Bye for now.